Right now in Zimbabwe, a very serious situation is unfolding, and it is directly affecting many families across different communities. Houses are being demolished, and people are watching their homes come down right in front of them. These are not just buildings. These are places where people have lived for years, places where memories were built, and suddenly everything is changing. As you are listening to this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any update as we continue bringing you real stories like this. So let's go straight into what is happening. Authorities have moved into certain areas and started removing structures that are said to be not properly approved. Some of these houses were built on land that is now being described as not legally allocated. And because of that, enforcement teams are stepping in and taking action. But here is where it becomes very emotional. Many of the people affected are saying they did not just wake up and build randomly. Some of them explained that they bought the land through local channels. Some said they were given documents, and others believed everything they were doing was correct. Now, seeing their homes come down, they are asking questions, they are confused, and they are looking for answers. At the same time, Vice President Chiwenga has come out with a very strong message. He is making it clear that order must be followed and that rules cannot be ignored. From his tone, you can tell that the leadership wants to show seriousness. The message is simple. If structures are not properly approved, action will be taken. Now, pause for a moment and think about this. If entire communities have been standing for years, how did things get to this point? That is one of the biggest questions people are asking right now. Because for buildings to come up, there must have been some level of approval, or at least a long period where nobody stopped it. So now, when demolitions happen suddenly, it creates tension. Please, if you are still watching, like this video and subscribe right now, because this story is still developing and you need to stay informed. Let's continue. Some families are now left outside with their belongings. You see people trying to save what they can, carrying furniture, removing roofing sheets, doing everything possible before the structures are completely taken down. It is not an easy situation at all. Children are affected, parents are worried, and the whole environment becomes tense. But on the other side, there are also people who support what is happening. They believe that rules must be respected and that if the government does not act, cities may become disorganized. They are saying that proper planning is important for the future. So now, you have two sides. One side is asking for understanding and support. The other side is asking for order and discipline. And right in the middle of all this is the government trying to enforce its position. Vice President Chiwenga's message is not just for residents. It is also a signal to officials. It shows that there may be concern about how land was handled at local levels. Because situations like this do not just happen in one day. There must have been gaps somewhere. As you listen, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because we are breaking everything down in a simple way for you. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Building a house takes time, effort, and money. For many people, it is a life goal. Some save for years, some take loans, some depend on family support. So when a house is demolished, it is not just a structure that is lost, it is a dream that is affected. And when many people are affected at once, it becomes a national concern. There is also the question of what happens next. Will there be support for those affected? Will there be alternative places for them to stay? Will there be an investigation into how these settlements were allowed to grow? These are the questions people want answers to, because enforcement alone is not enough. People are also looking for solutions. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and also share your thoughts, because your opinion matters in situations like this. Let's move forward. In situations like this, communication becomes very important. When people understand what is happening and why it is happening, it can reduce tension. But when actions happen without clear explanation, it can create confusion. Right now, many people just want clarity. They want to know if this exercise will continue. They want to know if their own homes could be next. They want to understand what steps they should take to avoid being affected. And this is why this story is very important. It is not just about one area. It is about a system. It is about how land is managed, how approvals are given, and how rules are enforced. As you continue listening, like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any part of this story. Now let's look at another angle. Urban growth is increasing. More people need housing. And when the system cannot provide enough structured options, people find their own ways. This is something that happens in many countries, but the challenge is always the same. How do you balance enforcement with human needs? Because at the end of the day, people need shelter. And any long-term solution must consider that Vice President Chiwenga's strong tone shows that leadership wants control and order. But the next step is very important. People are watching closely to see if there will be a follow-up plan. Because if there is a clear plan, it can help calm the situation. But if there is no clear direction, the tension may continue. Let's not forget, trust is very important. When people trust the system, they feel safer. But when things happen suddenly, that trust can be shaken. So this moment is very important for rebuilding confidence. And again, like this video and subscribe because we are keeping everything simple and real for you. Now imagine standing in front of your house, watching it come down, not knowing where you will go next. That is the reality some people are facing right now. It is not easy. It is emotional. It is serious. And it needs careful handling. At the same time, authorities believe they are doing what is necessary. So this is where the balance must be found. Law and humanity must meet at some point. Because both are important. As this situation continues, more updates are expected. People are waiting. Communities are watching. The whole country is paying attention. And we will continue to follow every development. So stay connected, like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Do you think the demolitions are necessary? Or do you think more support should be given to residents? Drop your comments.